guys. The mic is hot. We are live with another one, guys. We are live with another one. All right. Welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, let me just check my mic real fast. It is on. Guys, topic of discussion today. This is post-fight UFC fight night at the Apex in Las Vegas, headlined by Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Dolidze. Guys, this was a fun card. This was a fun card. I said prior to this event, when I was making my UFC fight night predictions, okay, I graded this card a solid, I believe it was a solid 5. Okay, that's what I believe I graded this card. It was a solid 5. After watching it last night, I'm gonna have to give this card a solid 7, guys. Okay, this card last night, I must say, guys, it definitely delivered. I have to give credit when credit is due. Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, thank you for this card. Even though on paper it didn't look too good, but I give it a 7, guys. I give it a solid 7. Let's talk about the reasons why I give it a solid 7, guys. There was some great performances. Some great performances hidden within this card, guys. All right. Let's jump right into it, guys. Let's jump right into it. Medic, or I say Medic, all right? Medic versus Gilbert, all right? You might as well call the Medic because early on, Gilbert did drop Medic, all right? And I was a little worried. I was like, oh my gosh, don't tell me this. I did pick Medic to win this fight. Please go in there and get this. And by the time I said get this finish, Medic went in there and finished Gilbert and dropped him and wins by KO. It was phenomenal, guys. It was phenomenal. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Gail Peoples, how you doing? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. But that was a beautiful, beautiful KO by Medic. Okay, I did pick him to win. All right. Gilbert did show some promise early on, like I did say, but Medic did finish him and did get away with the dub and the KO. So congratulations to Medic and his team. All right, guys, and then back-to-back KOs. We got Jocelyn Edwards. Okay, you're welcome. Yes, definitely. We got Jocelyn Edwards going in there and landing some nasty hooks. Okay, nasty hooks, and she ends up winning by KO. All right, I'll tell you what, the women's females division, as of recent, there's been a lot of finishes. Okay, a lot of finishes. And let me tell you something, Jocelyn Edwards, she impressed me with that one, man. Okay. It's not every day you see Jocelyn Edwards go in there and knock out her opponent. And let me tell you something, that was very impressive. For her to be able to go in there in the first round and get that KO and put her away. Nasty 1-2 hook. Jocelyn Edwards, congratulations to her team, and congratulations for her as well. You play Roblox? No, I do not play Roblox, guys. I do not play Roblox, but you know what I mean? If you do, that's awesome. I commend you. I know a lot of people that do. All right, it must be a great game. All right, it must be a great game, guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Like I always say, this is your channel. All right, I am just a pilot. All right. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. We're talking specifically, a little specific about last night's card. All right, we just got done talking about Jocelyn Edwards going in there and landing some nasty hooks. But guys, there was no other KO better than Eliza Smith's last night. And actually, this might be this might be the nastiest and vicious KO of the year, guys. Do you make games? No, I don't make games. I don't make games. How you doing, Sasuke? How are you doing, Sasuke? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. But yeah, guys, there was no more. This knockout that Elijah Smith gave was vicious. Okay, and like I said, it might be the most vicious knockout of the year. Okay, Toshomi Kazama had Elijah Smith in a triangle choke, and Elijah Smith picked him up and slammed him. I'm talking slammed Toshomi on that octagon canvas, and there was no coming back, guys. There was no coming back. The extra punches that Elijah Smith landed on Toshomi after the fact, that was just brutal, guys. Where was the referee? I mean, the referee does have a job to do. Where were you? If I'm a referee and I'm watching this live in the octagon and I'm watching Elijah Smith pick up Toshomi, I know for a fact that right after that slam, there's no coming back. Referee should have been there. Elijah Smith should have never landed those extra punches out to show me. They were just vicious. Unfortunately, a vicious KO. What a highlight reel by Elijah Smith. And that's pretty much all you can say about that one. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work? What do I do for work? I have multiple sources of income. Okay, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty right now. And it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be pretty. All right, it doesn't have to be pretty. All right, it might not be pretty, but it's okay. You know what I mean? And what do I do? I work for a company. I got a regular 9 to 5 job. I do that 4 times a week, 9 to 5 job, and then about 2 times a week, I do my side job, which is what I went to trade school for, uh, and yeah, that's what I do, and I do this as well. So that's what I do. As long as it works, exactly. As long as it works, man. As long as you're okay. You know what I mean. You got food on the table. Um, you know, you're living your life. You're happy. That's what counts. All right, guys. But guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, it takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Come on, let's do this. All right. Where were we? Oh yeah, Elijah Smith highlight reel slam. Um, what else? What else happened last night? Julius Walker versus Raphael. I mean, it was an okay fight. It was an okay fight. Not nothing really. It was an okay fight. Can't say much about it really. When it comes to Julius Walker, I did pick him to win. I wasn't that impressed by him. You know what I mean? I really wasn't that impressed by him. I honestly thought Julius Walker was going to be able to go in there and get the finish on Raphael and be able to take advantage of him. But there was just moments in there that Raphael found success, and Julius Walker looked like he was exhausted. He was getting tired by the third round. I didn't know if Julius Walker was going to make it. All right, but he did. He ended up pulling it out. He definitely has to grow after that performance. So go back to the drawing board, evolve. It was a win. It was a win, but still, Had to turn off my thing. But still. Uh, Bly says, hi, how you doing? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Are you single? Oh my God. For the female Democrats out there, you know what I mean? No, I'm just playing. But for the female, people out there, if I'm single, am I single? I am single. Okay, I am single. I've been single for a very long time. You know what I mean? And that's what I like. I like being single. I prefer it. You know. Very sweet. Oh my God. Arab Hassan, welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to your channel. How you doing? Like and subscribe, guys. If you're new to the channel, we're talking more specifically about last night's card. Where were we? Oh yeah, Julius Walker. Not that impressed by him. Definitely got to go back to the drawing board and evolve as a fighter. But good win for Julius Walker. There were just moments in there that I didn't think he was going to make it. Moving on to another highlight reel knockout, guys. Christian Leroy Duncan versus Eric, guys. Christian Leroy Duncan goes in there, gets the nasty spinning back elbow, and it all started with the leg kick. Honestly, it was the leg kick that started it, and it made Eric step in to get away and to neutralize that lower leg kick that Christian Leroy landed, and that ended up backfiring for Eric because he stepped right into a spinning back elbow that Christian Leroy ended up landing, and it just landed beautifully. And Christian Leroy Duncan ended up finishing him. But it does come, after two fouls that Christian Leroy did land on Eric. First, it was an eye poke, and then it was a low blow. So it wasn't a good look for Christian Leroy Duncan, but congratulations to him. It was a highlight, not real. It was a highlight knockout for him. Nasty spinning back elbow. So congratulations to him and his team. Let me read some of these comments. I'm not female. Are you? But are you sweet? Can you marry me, please? Heartbroke. Are you from Cali, Mr. Rodriguez? I am not from Cali. I am not from Cali, but blessings to you guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Please marry me. Where can I contact you? Amazing fight last night, Mr. Rodriguez. It definitely was some amazing fights last night. We're talking more specifically about it. But yeah, where were we? Christian Leroy Duncan, nasty spinning back elbow. Congratulations to him. Yeah, it was a nasty KO, man. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, Andre Fili. Congratulations to Andre Fili. I did pick against him. I picked Christian Rodriguez to win that fight, but let me tell you something. Andre Fili, he just he went in there and took advantage of Christian Rodriguez. Andre Fili looked good. He looked patient. His footwork and his movement looked I'm talking about, he looked on point. He looked on point, man. And that's the thing. I was gonna pick Andre Fili to win that fight, but I didn't have faith in Andre Fili just because he did come off of a loss. He's been getting finished and submitted. His career has been up and down, honestly. But Andre Fili last night, look, he erased all those doubts for me, and he took advantage of Christian Rodriguez, man. And let me tell you something. Congratulations to Andre Fili and his team. I'm totally impressed. Totally impressed with that. What is up? This is Eli. What is going on, me dog? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat once again. Blessings to you. How you doing? Oh yeah, guys. Angela Hill versus Asmin Lucendo. Once again, man, I told myself I'm never gonna pick against Angela Hill because when I did pick against her, she ends up winning. Okay, and she ends up winning in a split decision, which she never usually when it's a split decision. When it's a split decision, it doesn't go her way. But Angela Hill ends up going in there, and she ends up losing against Lucendo. Lucendo ends up, honestly, she ends up landing the more punches on Angela Hill. There was moments in there that I was worried for Angela Hill. For every one punch that Angela Hill landed, Lusando landed like about 6. I mean, by the end of the night, by the third round, we found ourselves with Angela Hill on the ground fighting for her life against Lusando on top of her, landing multiple punches, guys. It just wasn't a good look for Angela Hill. Angela Hill definitely looked her age, guys. Angela Hill definitely looked all of 40. All right, blessings to her, blessings to her team. But they need to have a conversation about Angela Hill, hanging it up. All right, I don't want to see her in the octagon anymore. I like the girl. It's just it's been a long ride, Angela. It's been a long ride. All right, you had a great career. Okay, you've done some great things. You fought the who's who. All right, it's time to move on. This is what up. This is Eli. This is Eli. What is up? What is going on, Eli? What is going on, guys? What else? Oh yeah, guys, I did not. Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't. If I have to talk about anything about last night, about something that went wrong, I don't know how Steve Erceg won that fight. I'm just being real with you. I don't know how Steve Erceg could leave that fight and say that he won. Okay, that first round was O'Day. O'Day won that first round. Okay, go watch the fight again. O'Day won the first round, and in the second round, not much happened in the second round. But I thought that O'Day did enough to win the second round, especially that he landed the more significant strikes. So I thought round 1 and 2 was definitely O'Day's. And I did think round 2 was definitely closer than round 1, because I thought round 1, O'Day definitely took it because he almost finished him. But in round 2, I said to myself, okay, Steve Erceg definitely did better, but I still think O'Day took that round. If anything, I thought O'Day Osborne should have won by split decision. I would have not been mad if I saw that. But Steve Erceg wins by unanimous decision, guys? What type of fucking world are we living in that we have Steve Erceg being given dubs just because we don't want to see him on an 0-4 skid? The reality is that Steve Erceg is a dead body, guys. And he almost got finished in the first round by O'Day Osborne, a person that literally stepped in on short notice. Let's not forget that, guys. Steve Erceg was given this win, when in reality, O'Day Osborne won that fight, guys. Go watch that fight again. I don't give a damn what anybody says. It should have been a split decision. O'Day Osborne. 2 rounds. 1 and 2 were O'Day Osborne's, guys. I don't give a damn what anybody says. You cannot win a fight by winning 1 round. And not even winning the 1 round, but by, winning half of 1 round. Terrible. Terrible judges. I blame the UFC. Steve Erceg, I don't want to say congratulations to him because I don't think he won. Sorry, I don't think he won, guys. Mr. Rodriguez says agree. I mean, I'm telling you guys. For real, I thought O'Day was out toughing and out dogging him round 1 and 2. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. O'Day Osborne took that fight on short notice. That's the reason why in the third round you saw him gas out. And that's the reason why Steve Erceg ended up taking advantage of him in the third round and, took him down and was ground and pounding O'Day Osborne. That's the only reason why that happened, because All Day Osborne took the fight on short notice, so his stamina wasn't up to par. Okay? But round 1 and round 2, Steve Erceg shit the bed. Oh, and let's not forget, Steve Erceg almost got finished in the beginning of the first round. How doesn't All Day Osborne win that fight? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Whitney says, hi. How you doing, Whitney? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. And like I always say, guys, this is your channel. I am just the pilot. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Let me make sure my mic is on, and it is. All right, guys, I'm done talking about Steve Erceg losing, because in reality, he lost that fight, guys. Steve Erceg should be on an 0-4 skid. Unfortunately, the UFC saved his ass. All right, guys, let's talk about the main event of the evening, guys. The main event of the evening, Anthony Hernandez, Roman Dolidze. I thought Roman Dolidze in the first round, he looked okay. I thought in the first round, Roman Dolidze, he looked like, he had a good game plan. It looked like Roman Dolidze's game plan was to stick to the outside, land his double jab, and try to land a double jab in a combination, where he lands a double jab and a hook, or maybe an overhand. And if he gets into trouble, clinch, create some distance, and get back to try to land that double jab and the lower leg kick. It looked like a good game plan, right? But from round 1 to round 2 to round 2 to round 3, you saw slowly but surely Roman Dolidze was being broken down. Okay, he started slowing down his stamina, his endurance. It just, from round 1 to round 2, round 3, you saw it slowly just slowing him down. He was just slowing down. Punches were coming, and let me tell you something. You can see him coming from down the street. Okay, Anthony Hernandez was slowly but surely breaking down Roman Dolidze. And I heard a good comparison last night. I forget who says this. I think it was Chris Weidman who said this, but don't quote me. I think it was Chris Weidman who said this, but he said Anthony Hernandez reminds him of a Cain Velasquez type of style. And you know what? I honestly have to agree, because as I'm watching the fight, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, man, Anthony Hernandez reminds me of Cain Velasquez. He just steps forward. He doesn't care, if there's fire. He's not avoiding the punches. He's actually welcoming the violence, stepping into the void. Anthony Hernandez looked very, very, very good. Mars, welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Making your 1-month appearance. How you doing? Hallelujah, holla back. How you doing? Did you watch last night's fights? We are talking specifically about last night's fights, and right now we're in the main event of the evening. Water Wheel says JDM versus Islam predictions. Let me tell you something. That's going to be a good one, but I do think Islam takes that fight. But guys, going back to Anthony Hernandez, he definitely looked really good against Roman Dolidze. I thought he broke down Roman Dolidze slowly but surely. You saw Anthony Hernandez break him down to the point where Roman Dolidze didn't want to be there anymore. All right, there was only one real technique from Roman Dolidze, and that was go to the ground and try to submit him with a leg lock. And Anthony Hernandez saw that, coming from a mile away. And I do agree with Chris Weidman, if it was Chris Weidman who did make those comments about Anthony Hernandez, that have, Anthony Hernandez has a similar style, excuse me, a similar style to Cain Velasquez. I do agree with that. What I don't agree with is a lot of those guys on the panel that was talking yesterday. I couldn't believe this came out of their mouth, guys. Hold on, so let me read this. Nope, I watched the 319 countdown. I hear you, Mars. I hear you, guys. Look, let me tell you something. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. But guys, let me tell you something. Last night's card was good. At first I rated this card a 4. No. I rated this card a 5. Sorry, excuse me. I rated this card a 5 out of 10. But after last night, after watching it, hey guys, I was entertained. I rated it now a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad. All right. So you missed one. You missed one, man. You should go back and watch it. It was a good one. It was a good one, Mars. It was a good one. And actually, I was just watching UFC 319 countdown this morning. I haven't finished watching it, but let me tell you something. It was heating up. It was heating up. As a Korean, I'm wondering, do people in other countries also take creatine supplements? Yeah, man, definitely take creatine supplements. All right, definitely take creatine supplements. Where were we? Okay, one thing that I disagree with about last night is that after Anthony Hernandez fight, they were giving him a lot of praise. And look, you got to give credit where credit is due. Anthony Hernandez went in there and took advantage of Roman Dolidze. He definitely did. And now that makes Anthony Hernandez a top 10, middleweight fighter. But I'm sorry. I don't think as of right now he's a high level contender. A lot of those journalists, a lot of those commentators last night were saying that Anthony Hernandez is, the next, up and coming contender. Like if he, like almost as if he could fight for a belt right now. And in my opinion, I don't think Anthony Hernandez is there. He has a good style. Don't get me wrong. I like his willingness to bang and his ability, to withstand the fire. But I don't think Anthony Hernandez is ready to fight, the number 1 and 2, middleweight, middleweights of the world. I'm sorry, that's just I just I don't know how those commentators can even make that comment. You know what I mean? Recency bias is fucking real, guys. All right. Look, I like Anthony Hernandez. He's definitely on a tear. But as of right now, no, do not put him with a top 5 contender. Put Anthony Hernandez against, maybe a 7th rank, 8th rank. I think slowly get Anthony Hernandez up there. Don't put him against the monsters just yet, because right now things are heating up in the middleweight division. All right. And with that said, guys, that's it. We're done talking about last night's event. Next up is UFC 319. Let me read some of these comments here. Creatine is everywhere. Suggest some way. Conor McGregor, suggest some ways to make money online or sitting at home. I don't know, Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? Do your thing though. You already have money, Conor McGregor. LOL. I wish. Blew it all on cocaine and yachts. Blew it on coke. Not a good look, guys. Not a good look. Hopefully, Conor McGregor saves his money and keeps investing. Keeps investing. But as it stands, guys, last night I went 8-4 with my UFC fight predictions, guys. I went 8-4 with my UFC fight predictions last night. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's a definite winning record, 8-4. And as it stands right now with my UFC fight predictions for 2025 overall, as it stands right now, I am 175 wins and 121 losses, guys. That is 175 wins and 121 losses. That's just about 60% when calling it right. So that's not bad, guys. We're definitely getting more dubs than L's these days. So let's keep doing that. But guys, next is UFC 319. Next is UFC 319, guys. I don't think you guys are ready. All right, let me read some of these comments before I go in this. If MVP beats Cannonier, I see good matchup for him in the future. That's what Mars says. Look, I agree with you. MVP has a great opportunity right now. He just, got done getting a good win against Magomedov. And if MVP is able to, go in there and beat Cannonier, he has a strong future in the UFC. Let me tell you something. He's always entertaining. MVP is definitely always entertaining, guys. But let's be real. UFC 319 is a great card. It might be the best card of the year, to be honest with you guys. All right. But let's be real, guys. The bell has rung. The matchup that we really been waiting for, patiently waiting for, on pins and needles, is Chimaev versus DDP. DDP has been on a tear, the champion of the middleweight division. Beating Strickland, beating Adesanya, showing why he is the real African champion. DDP, to me, is a 2.0 version of Keith Jardine. That is no disrespect. If you've been watching the UFC as long as I've been watching the UFC, let me tell you something. Then you should know who Keith Jardine is. And DDP mimics his style. You can't mimic Keith Jardine's or DDP style. Very awkward. You almost think DDP is losing the fight, but somehow he fumbles himself into a win. Very impressive. But he's up against the wolf in that division. Chimaev, the guy who's not only on a tear, but he's a real up-and-comer. He's beat the who's who, former champion, Kamaru Usman. Robert Whittaker tore right through him like a hot knife through butter. Who's going to take this fight? DDP, Chimaev, UFC 319. I hope you're ready, guys. Because I can't wait. All right, let me read some of these comments. MVP breaks more bones than arthritis. It definitely is, guys. It definitely is going to be one of the tougher fights for Chimaev and one of the tougher fights for DDP. I'm excited for this, guys. I am very, very much excited for this event on Saturday, guys. Guys, we're less than a week away from this event. Me Dog, what is going on? Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to your channel. How you doing? Hallelujah, holla back. Welcome back to your chat. Welcome back to your channel, guys. But it's been amazing, guys. It's been amazing. This year, it's been fun, man. It's been really, really fun. If you guys are not new to the channel, I posted my first video, my first live on this channel about a year ago. And ever since that first live, I've been taking it serious and I've been posting it, and this community has been building. And I got to thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. The goal for this year was to reach 500 subscribers. All right. I believe we only had, at the time when I made that goal, we had only like about 34 subscribers, guys. Okay. And we surpassed 500 subscribers mid-year, guys. So give yourselves a round of applause, guys. for that accomplishment. All right, because this is your channel. This is your channel. Like I always say, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, let's keep pushing. All right, let's keep building this community. And you already know what it is, guys. Mars says DDP can't afford to be goofy and get taken down. Do you think so? Who do you think? So how does DDP win, Mars? How does DDP win? All right. We saw DDP being, he's been taken down before. But the hard part is, can you keep DDP down? That is the hard part. Jason 9. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. Longtime supporter. How you doing? That guy spoke with Poirier. I hope he doesn't forget to say the part about Kobe. Jason 9, he's still hitting those low blows. All right. He's still feeling salty about losing those $300. Jason 9, hopefully, he doesn't find you. Okay, hopefully he doesn't find you. MMA Guru, watch out. We coming. Hey Mars, man. Slowly but surely, man. Slowly but surely. I don't like to compare myself to anyone. All right, not anyone. You know what I mean? I like to say that I do things differently from anybody else, and everybody else does things differently from myself as well. And when it comes to other channels, congratulations to them. They've done great things. All right, they build some great communities. But let me tell you something. This community is coming. Okay, guys. This community is coming. Okay. Slowly but surely, guys. Doing good, bro. How you doing, man? Jason 9, I'm doing good. I can't complain. I honestly cannot complain. Look, last night's card was great, man. Hopefully you watched last night's card. I'm not sure if you did, Jason 9, but if you did watch last night's card, I rated it a 4 in the beginning. When I was making my UFC fight predictions for that card last night, I rated it a 4 or a 5, I believe. I rated it a 5. Sorry about that. I rated it a 5. And after watching it last night, guys, I rated it a 7. It was definitely a card worth watching. And I got to thank Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard and give credit when credit is due. That was definitely an entertaining card. It definitely was. But yeah, entertaining card. And now UFC 319 is ahead of us, guys. Doing good, bro. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. I can't complain, Jason 9. I cannot complain. MMA, watch out. We coming for sure. Jonathan says, Jason, I'm about to go in a few hours. That's what's up. Ain't no way, bro. You here. Jason 9, DDP needs to survive the first couple rounds. Then his size and cardio will come into play. You really think so? You really think so, Mars? So you think the strategy for DDP is to go in there and outsize Chimaev and basically be patient, accept the fact that he might be taken down, but make it hard on Chimaev, you know what I mean, to keep him down. Make sure that Chimaev is using his energy so DDP can find success later on the round. That's the strategy that you say DDP should have. I mean, it's a good strategy, but it's easier said than done, guys. It really is. Jonathan says, Turyu Ursek would win O'Day just a little too bummy. I got you. But Jonathan, I'm sorry. I honestly thought Steve Ursek lost that fight. I don't know how Steve Ursek won that fight, actually. Round 1 and round 2, O'Day Osborne won. So I understand what you're saying about Steve Ursek winning that fight and you being correct that he did win that fight, because on record he did win that fight. But the fight that I saw, Steve Ursek lost that fight. Point blank, period. What's the fight? 2.0. Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. How you doing? DDP blazes through Chimaev. Damn. 2.0 says DDP is going to go right through Chimaev. That is bold predictions. In a freak accident. Oh my gosh. I wonder what that freak accident is going to be. You know what I mean? Slip and fall via banana peel. Mara says, I don't like that DDP's coach is inviting the wrestling. Why would you play into Chimaev's strengths? Look, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know what DDP's coaches are doing. You know what I mean? But obviously they're doing something right because they've been winning. You know, so they definitely have a strategy, and that's most likely what the game plan is, Mars. Most likely the game plan is to welcome the wrestling, just make it hard on Chimaev to keep DDP down, and neutralize the submission game of Chimaev, and be able to get back up to your feet so you can find success later on the rounds. That's probably what the game plan is. That's most likely why the coach of DDP is welcoming the wrestling early on as well. It's faster with the hands. That's what 2.0 says. Jonathan says, I didn't watch the fight. Was it really close? I seen praise for Usyk saying he did good. Jonathan, look, I don't know who's giving Steve Usyk any praise. All right, I have no idea, because everybody that I talk to, we are in unison. Okay, we are in a consensus that Steve Usyk lost round 1 and round 2. Round 1, Steve Usyk almost got finished in round 1 in the early seconds of the very first round of All Day Osborne. The only reason why Steve Usyk ended up finding success in the third round was because All Day Osborne ran out of energy. He ran out of stamina. Okay, and that was as expected because All Day Osborne stepped in on short notice. It was a week notice for All Day Osborne. Don't forget. So that's the only reason why Steve Usyk ended up finding success later in the rounds, in the third round. But let me tell you something. All Day Osborne won that fight. Round 1 and round 2, All Day Osborne won. Okay? Point blank, period. And Steve Usyk almost got finished, like I said, in the early rounds of the first round by a person who stepped in on short notice. Okay? So whoever is giving praise to Steve Usyk, they deserve to be smacked backhand. Okay? Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. All right? Did Usyk get dropped? He definitely did. Steve Usyk definitely did get dropped in the first round. Okay? He got into trouble. Okay? All Day Osborne had him in trouble. DDP hasn't faced a wrestler on the level of Chimaev, but Chimaev never faced someone as big and strong as DDP. Look, Mars, I agree with you. I do not disagree with you. It's going to be a hell of a match. It's going to be one of those matches that we're all going to remember. We're going to be talking about UFC 319 for the rest of the year. Okay? It's a tough call. It definitely is a tough call, guys. It definitely is a tough call. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. But yeah, guys, it was a great night of fights last night. Like I said, 8-4 with my UFC fight predictions last night. Overall, 175 wins, 121 losses for my UFC fight predictions for 2025 as it stands. I think DDP survives 2 rounds and Chen in trouble. That was Jonathan who says that. Mars says, if Chimaev wins, you think they'll do a rematch? I don't know, guys. I don't know, because the true story about this whole thing is that, DDP doesn't get along with really get along with Dana White. They don't really have a good relationship. So if Chimaev is able to win this fight, I don't know if DDP is gonna get a rematch, an immediate rematch. But that's a good question, Mars. That's a really, really good question. But like I said, DDP and Dana White, they don't really have the best relationship. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna look, to be honest with you guys. I don't know. But anyways, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys have been great. I will be going live with my UFC fight predictions, most likely tomorrow morning, Monday morning. So prepare yourself for that. UFC 319 is ahead of us, guys. Praise the MMA gods that everything stays intact, and that Chimaev and DDP make it healthy to UFC 319. Let's get ready, guys. It's about to be a hell of a week. Like and subscribe, guys. I'm out of here. Peace. Until next time.